Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Aaron, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over how I organize my emails. Emails, for me, used to be a big pain point. I used to have a really cluttered inbox with thousands of read and sometimes unread messages, things that I need to respond to that I lost in the shuffle, and a bunch of emails that, really didn't make sense to keep in my inbox. I learned the hard way that is a terrible way to organize, just by having your emails there and leaving unread messages as like reminders to respond to it. And I looked for different productivity system that worked for me. I actually ended up reading this book called Getting Things Done by David Allen. Now, I already made a video about that book and the subsequent coaching that I spent money on to do, the one-to-one coaching. I'll link it up here for those who are interested. But basically, I worked with someone to teach me the Getting Things Done method by David Allen, how to really clear all my inboxes, how to get them to zero, how to process and organize information so that, I never lose anything. I'm always responding to things at the right time. And I even have a system to keep track of the things that I'm waiting on. Today in this video, I'm gonna just kind of go over my email, go over my inbox, and show you what it looks like and how I go about processing it. So this is my personal email right here. As you notice, I've got 9 unread messages, but that's it. Nothing else. If I scroll up or down, there's no hundreds of opened and read or responded to emails. I don't actually keep anything in my inbox. I actually archive everything. And that's probably the number one thing I would tell you right now is, you can delete. That's a good system too. I personally don't even delete. I just like to keep records of things. I'll just archive things. But you want to make sure that you're processing your emails. And so a good way to start is actually creating labels. The main ones are going to be action and waiting for. And I've actually added a little @ symbol before them, so that way it populates at the top. So action and waiting for are my top 2. And then I've got some reference folders here. So I've got general reference, I got invoices, Indeed or applicants, Zoom meetings too. I actually just filter the messages automatically to these folders. I'll show you what that looks like. When I'm processing, they either get archived or they go into action or into a reference folder, or if I respond to someone and I'm expecting a response back, I'll throw it into waiting for, and I'll show you how that looks. We go through emails one by one, and you want to open them up and just see, what does this mean? What do I need to do with it? It's the Getting Things Done method, right? So this is from an email from Dropbox saying, hey, you're over capacity, whatever. I don't care for Dropbox. I don't even use it, so I don't know why they're emailing me. I'm just gonna either unsubscribe. Why not unsubscribe? I don't really need to. So it's gonna open me up to this thing, click confirm. Cool. All right, and then I'm gonna go to archive. I'm just gonna archive that. Don't need it. Okay, next email. So this is from the 407, just marketing. Okay, don't really need this either, so I'm just gonna archive. Next one, blood donation. Okay, so this is a link asking me to donate blood. If I was going to book a donation, let's say I wanted to, book a time to come by. Maybe I don't actually want to do it now, so what I will do is I'll just move it to action, and then you can see if I go to the action folder, it'll stay there populated. I like to keep them unread so that there's a number that pulls up right next to action, so I can see how many emails I need to get back to. But let's also say that this action, booking a time to donate blood, took under 2 minutes. So if I'm processing my inbox and I see an email that will take me less than 2 minutes to respond to or act on, I'll actually just go ahead and do it. In this example, if let's say booking an appointment took under 2 minutes, I would just go ahead and do it, and then I would archive it. But because of the sake of this video, I don't really want to do that right now, so I'm just going to mark it unread. I'm going to keep that in my action folder. Going back to my inbox, I'll open up the next email. This is an email from Amazon. Please print this return label for me. Okay, I sent this to myself. I remember this. I need to return something, and I sent it to myself so that I can open it up on a computer with a printer and print it off. I do need to act on this too, so I'm actually going to move this to action. And like I said, I like to keep these unread. So now you can see I got two things in my action box I need to get back to. This is an order shipped. Cool. Don't need to do anything about that. I'm just going to archive it. Top features on Toyota RAV4 2018. Marketing email. I'm just going to unsubscribe to that. Cool. And I'm going to archive. It's good to always unsubscribe if you're no longer want to receive emails. Okay, so this is from Ball Hockey saying they posted the schedule. Okay, cool. Love to see that. You know what? I'm gonna make that unread. I'm gonna move that to action so I can deal with that later. Open phone. Okay, this is a service I use, $10 a month for a separate business phone number. That's great. So this is an invoice. I already paid for it. Don't need to worry about it. I'm just gonna move it. I'm going to click up here, move to, go right to invoices. Boom, now it's out of there. College Pro proposal. This is an email I sent myself to make an example for this video. Let's say I wanted to reply to this, I go, sure. Did you want me to send you the work order as well? So let's say I responded with that, and that was my answer to this email. So I click send, sent that off. Now, the email, the way I worded it, I'm expecting a response back, right? I asked the question, do you also want the work order? And in this case, if I'm waiting for a reply, what I want to do is I'm going to move to waiting for. So when I go back to the waiting for folder, I can see the emails that I've sent replies to, and I'm expecting a response. And what's great is that once I get a response, let's say this fake email responds back to me, it'll show up in my inbox and it'll have that orange tag on it, and it will also pull up here as a 1. This is a really good tool. When you have a waiting for folder that you're moving all your replies to, that you're expecting responses, once a week at least, I just browse through all my waiting for folders and I just see, okay, which emails am I expecting a response and haven't gotten back? And I've caught a few times where I'm like, oh man, I sent this out to someone a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and they haven't gotten back to me. So I'll just shoot them a follow-up email. Hey, I just wanted to follow up on this. Let me know if you want that work order or whatever. And this has been amazing because so many times have I asked questions or sent out emails and I forget things and I'm looking for it and my inbox is full of crap. And now look at this. My inbox says no new mail, exclamation mark. I'm sure a lot of you, if you've never, cleared out your inbox, have never seen that. At least I didn't. And this feels great. This feels great on my mental health, my mental capacity. Once I process my emails to 0, I just feel better. By the way, this is not, the only inbox that I'll process. So just to give you a little glimpse into my system, I actually have a checklist that I use that helps me with processing all my inboxes. So once a week when I do my weekly review with getting things done, I make sure that everything on this list is empty. So I'll go through my wallet, which is where I keep my receipts, take photos of them, scan them, QuickBooks, all that stuff. Physical inbox. So I actually have a physical inbox here. This is what I use this for, is for mail that comes in or things I need to process. Sticky notes go in here. I'll clear that as well, put everything back to where it needs to be, or process things in my folders, whatever. And then I'll go reminders, which is this application right here. So I've got an inbox as well up here. I'll go to my personal email, which I just showed you. I got several other emails to look through, different accounts, my CRM, my iMessage, my voicemail. That's a big powerful one too. So once a week I make sure I always dump that. If I'm not keeping up with it, they pile up, right? Facebook, WhatsApp, Open Phone, Upwork, Signal, Slack. My downloads folder on my computer too is something I clear all the time. So I download all the things throughout the week, and if I don't need them anymore, just chuck them, right? And I got the Notes app, desktop too. I try to delete everything on the desktop if I have accumulated a lot of things. LinkedIn as well, anyone that messaged me there. And these are the inboxes that I make sure to go through. And so when I'm doing my weekly review and getting things done, it's not just that one email, even though, trust me, that one email makes a lot of difference. It's everything. If you don't have any email processing in place or any systems to organize some reference folders, a waiting for folder, an action folder, this is something that I would highly recommend you implement as soon as possible. I know for the first time when I did it, I had thousands of emails in my inbox. Once you clear that and you start from scratch and you start from brand new, it's really easy every couple of days or once a week to keep up with these emails. So I would highly recommend this system. It's changed my life in so many ways. If you have any suggestions for things that I can improve on and make my system better, feel free to leave me some comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good one. Take care.